Thank you very much for coming in today and talking to us more about the Cambridge program. Enjoyed your presentation the other day, a lot of useful information. I'd like to explore a little bit more some other questions that I have and maybe some questions that the parents have.
Okay.
Some of that is around, can you help me understand and the parents understand the difference between the Cambridge program and a traditional education program?
Certainly. When we say the traditional education program, we're mostly, of course, talking about the Vietnamese programs here that most Vietnamese students will actually go through versus what Cambridge has to offer. The Cambridge program has been designed in a very systematic way that uses, a lot of good sound educational practice in terms of staging of our qualifications from the primary all the way up to the high school program. And when students actually go through the program, they progressively actually pick up on the knowledge and the skills necessary for them to be more and more successful in the higher level stages as well. But within the curriculum, we also embed a lot of good kind of information or attributes in which we want our learners to actually pick up, of things like for being confident, being responsible, reflective, innovative, engaged. Right? These are things that we want the Vietnamese students actually to be, and we think that these are things that can actually help them to become more effective. So for students who actually have completed the Cambridge program at the end, they will be able to receive also an international certificate that allows them to progress to the higher level kind of institutions. For example, at the reaching out, to being able to enter into a community college in the US, or being able to apply for university places in the top universities around the world. And I think one of the advantage about the Cambridge program is that once actually students have completed up to the highest level, which is the A level, students actually do receive also credits if they were to apply to the US universities. So there are lots of kind of advantages that the school and the students actually receive when they are going on the Cambridge pathway.
Yeah, very good. So not only do they get their certificate in the end,
yes,
but they get the advantage of the program all the way through,
correct,
which
correct.
is great. I think the other thing that you briefly mentioned is the teacher training
Yes.
that's provided by the Cambridge
Correct.
program. So there's standardization to this program, which may be different than other programs,
Yes.
which I think is a great benefit not only to students but also to the parents knowing that information. When you earn the certificate, you mentioned some of the advantages. Could you explore that a little bit further and tell me, like, how does that work when I apply to a university in the US?
Right.
What are the advantages I get if I get the certificates?
Sure. So Cambridge A-level qualifications have been recognized by more than 850 universities in the US, including all the Ivy League universities which are the top universities in the US system. And what happens is that a lot of these universities, or all these universities, have reviewed our curriculum and assessment and realized that they actually prepare students very well for further studies at the higher education stage. And therefore, students who actually have completed the A-level qualification and have gotten good grades are able to receive college credits that will help them move along faster and be able to complete their higher education programs like the degree faster when they are in the US. So I think that's one of the key advantages there. And of course, what I did mention, during our session last couple of days ago is that even within US itself, we have quite a number of these state schools that are offering the Cambridge IGCSE and A-level program to the local students to earn the college credit as well.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
At Victoria, we're going to deploy a co-teaching model.
Sure.
What are the advantages you see to that in the Cambridge program and to students?
Sure. So a lot of the Vietnamese students who are coming into the system may or may not actually have the right level of English. Some of them may have learned English as a foreign language for a number of years, and therefore they may have some kind of background to actually pick on the Cambridge program. However, if they were learning certain subjects in English, for example, the maths and science, they may not be sufficiently exposed to the maths and science terminology neither are they familiar with the style of learning of the Cambridge programs, which is it's more kind of involve more reflective thinking and engagement at the school level. So therefore, the co-teaching models actually is very helpful to ensuring those students who are not familiar or with the international program or may not have the right language or the knowledge skill sets be well supported within the classroom system. So I think what needs to be said is that the co-teaching model is definitely helpful, but it needs to be properly developed and also roll out to ensure the students get the best benefit from such a method.
Melvyn, we've really enjoyed the relationship with you and the Cambridge program. How have you felt about this relationship?
Right. I think thanks for asking the question. The Victoria Saigon South School actually has been very engaging with us within Cambridge itself to understanding how a program can be effectively run. In this case, we are talking about the integrated program. The integrated program is a rather new program in Vietnam and unique to Vietnam. And so far, when Victoria Saigon South School been in the process of preparing for the school approval visit becoming a registered Cambridge school, it has been very serious and engaging in the process. So I look forward to working more closely with your team for the approval visit and finally registering Victoria Saigon South School as a Cambridge International School.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.